But it was a real veteran team. It was all seniors, one junior, and then Nico. And this guy made an immediate impact. Day one, was our most consistent player. Led us to the league championship. He won the individual league title that year, which he did 2 more times. He won league every year, mostly thanks to him. But it was an amazing thing. So after a successful freshman year, led us to CIF. We didn't make it to state, unfortunately. We came to our sophomore season, led us to CIF, led us to the state tournament. He won the individual league championship that year, led us to another, I think it was the Sarah League there that year. But where he really shined was his junior year. He won the CIF individual championship that year. That led him to be the LA Times Player of the Year. We made it pretty deep into the state tournament. And as a 17-year-old senior, he went on to win one of the oldest and prestigious tournaments in the world amateur tournaments, the Argentine Amateur. Did it in record fashion. He's the only second medalist in the 106-year history of the tournament to go on to win the event. So, the rest of us were playing local junior tournaments. Nico's going down to Argentina. He's going to Europe. He was a real international player at such an early age, and it was inspiring to all of us on the team. He capped off his senior year with another league championship, and we won league for the 4th consecutive year. And then he went on to play golf at USC, where he continued his great play and his great career. He was a 4-year academic All-American there, which is very, very impressive. Just hearing about how tough it is to balance playing competitive sport in college and an academic career, and he did an unbelievable job there. He was also a 2-time All-American and a 2-time All-Pac-10 player at USC. He was also a key member of their 2002 Pac-10 championship Trojan team. And in that same year, Nico won one of the most prestigious amateur tournaments in all of North America, the SCGA Amateur. Past champions include a ton of PGA Tour players, including Tiger Woods. Really a great honor to have. Then after graduating from USC with his degree in international relations, went on to play professional golf. And not surprising, he chose to go the international route, played in Europe, played on the Asian Tour, played in Latin America, and he's still working towards that ultimate goal of playing on the PGA Tour and showing up on our TVs every Sunday. And in fact, actually just a couple of weeks ago, made it through the local qualifying for the US Open, and will be playing in the sectionals to hopefully be playing in Marion in a couple of weeks. So we all wish him luck on June 3rd. But obviously the accomplishments go on and on for him. He was an unbelievable player, and just talking about it, surviving at USC, but he won a lot of tournaments before that. But I'm indebted to this person, this great friend of mine, because I was going through some difficult stuff when I was in high school, and he really became one of my great friends. Him and his family, his mom and his dad, took me in, really. I remember so many mornings going to school with him, his mom making my lunch. Mama Bollini, we called her. Just unbelievable. So it's on a personal level, it's a real honor to be here to induct him. This is something that you're definitely deserving of, and it's an honor to do this for you. So, Nico Bollini.
I couldn't find a better person to do it, Nicole. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all my friends for being here tonight, but it's kind of hard to come up after, a rocket scientist, fire chief, and a successful realtor. I feel like it's a little early for me, but Coach, we'll deal with you later. The first time I heard about Servite, I was in 6th grade. I was at St. Angela. I had no idea I was going to high school. And one of my best friends at the time shows up with a Servite golf bag. I was like, oh, where'd you get that from? He goes, oh, my mentor. His name was Jay McCann, so I believe he was a Servite golf coach at the time. I'm not for sure. But he's like, yeah, Servite's, they're an awesome golf team. We're going to go play golf there. So we started kind of joking around with all these little tournaments all over Southern California. Pretending to be this great, Servite duo. I might have been 7th grade, I can't remember, but he was a year ahead of me. But then he ended up leaving and moved to Texas. his freshman year, and that kid ended up being Hunter Mahan, who's a top 20 player in the world now, and frequent Ryder Cupper. So thinking back, like what kind of team we could have had if he went to Survey. Cole was there, and Cole was giving these accolades tonight, but we had a really good team. We had Ryan Cole, Ryan Carter, Jordan Nasser, myself. 4 players go play Division I golf, which I think our team was 8 guys. Like there's not many players, and to get 4 Division I players is pretty special. But I remember during my years at Servite, my parents were also very influential in my disciplining, I guess you'd say. When I got to Servite, my dad realized I had this talent, and kind of pulled me aside and said, do you want to do this for a living? And I was like, well, yeah, sure, why not? I want to do a tour. He goes, okay, I want to help you out. And my dad's an old school rugby player, mean guy, a bunch of broken bones. There's only one way to the top, and that's through hard work. And I remember on weekend mornings, he'd come upstairs, kind of slowly creep up, and I hear him, and I'm awake. I know exactly what's going on. And when I'm trying to pretend to sleep, he crosses my room, he goes to my sister's room, and I can hear him open the door. No, baby, stay in bed, baby. Here, do you want breakfast? I'll bring you breakfast. Just coddling her, be a little princess. Closes the door. Walks into my room, and I'm trying to pretend to sleep, right? And I had 2 options, or I had 2 choices I knew when I was sleeping. One would be he'd go grab a bucket or glass, some sort of liquid of water, and he would dump it on me. And like, in a joking way, he sits and laughs at me, get up, down the back, this guy, And he's sitting and laughing at me, and I'm trying to sleep these extra 2 minutes, and you're in a puddle of water in your bed, you gotta get up. Those are my discipline days on the weekends. It was pretty cool. But anyways, during Servite, I didn't play football, and that's kind of one regret I had. I actually kind of want to play football. Felice and I talked about it all the time, like, I would have been a good quarterback tight end duo kind of thing. We were stud flag football players in grade school. I never played football, but I always heard about Coach Toner. And you're the only person to this day I call Coach. And I don't know why, what it is, but my sophomore year I had you for Spanish, and I kind of knew who you were, and I think you guys can relate the same thing, but it's really fun when Toner gets on your case. Like, you enjoyed it, you kind of craved it. It was scary but fun at the same time. So I'd go in, and Coach, he hated golf. Or he hated golf, he didn't care for it, and I'd go in and prod him every day. Hey, Coach, you watch a tournament this Sunday? Great finish by Tiger. And he's sitting there, he wouldn't look at me, wouldn't stare at me, and they always ended with, verbal quizzes. But he didn't really know at the time, but I spoke Spanish, so I kind of was accepting these kind of things and knew what was going to happen. But it was fun kind of getting under skin, and Coach, he provided a lot of good memories, especially showing up to the golf course in sweatpants. So. I can tell you, it was the day I won CIF. I drove back, and we had this Servite golf tournament. I think it was the Steve Berline Servite golf tournament. And I pulled up and Coach was in sweatpants. I was like, Coach, perfect. I couldn't think of a better situation, a better person to be wearing that right in sweatpants. The only guy who wears sweatpants that you're in the country. But anyways, so Cole got to mention that we actually won Team CIF too at LA Rolla Vista. So he's kind of undercut how good our team was, and we were very good. And Jordan Nasser was also here too on our team a couple years, a year or two below me. But we had a really solid team, and that's kind of strange in high school golf because golf is bigger. The golf world is bigger outside of high school. You do the AJJ circuit, the All-American circuit, that kind of thing. But we had a pretty good golf team. Anyways, I went to college, went to USC, played there. Underachieved a little bit, but we get a lot of things out of it. But I always had this drive, and Jerry Smith, I don't know where you are, he kind of dangled the carrot in front of me there, but he said that knowing the party's over, and I'm still playing, like, nation to why it's not there, and it's that dangling carrot where with football, with baseball, with basketball, or whatever, it's listen, you're not big enough, you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough, go get a job. But golf is kind of that evil, you can play. I'm just in my prime, like I was saying, it's Tiger's, 35 is Tiger's prime. So, how long do you keep doing this thing? But honestly, golf's given me the ability to, travel the world. As Cole said, I love being international. I love, But I was sitting there, I do these clinics. I do like this impersonations kind of thing as a side gig that I guess since high school I can impersonate players and people think it's funny, and now people want me to do for at their events. And I was doing an event with Peter Jacobson up in Oregon. And I was sitting there signing. He used to call it the Fred Meyer Challenge. This Fred Meyer Challenge is like this fun 2-day event with all the best tour players. And, you know, it's one where John Daly hit the T-ball over the crowd, which, you know, ridiculous things. And he had this great clinic, and Peter Jacobson was a great person of golf swings. And he found me doing a little clinic for Cleveland Golf, one of my sponsors, and he said, hey, I want you to, you know, come do this. And I was like, sure. So I'm sitting there with this kid, Jamie Sadlowski, who's a long drive champion, and we're signing autographs, not autographs, but signing the brochures, the little the magazine's going to give out. So I'm sitting there kind of, you know, poking fun about his signature. It's kind of chicken scratch. And, you know, I'm proud of my signature. Like, I'm proud of my writing. I like my penmanship. So I was kind of needling a little bit, and next thing you know, Steve Elkington comes and sits down. You know, Steve Elkington, I played a few rounds of golf with him before, but, you know, PGA, you know, he's going to be maybe a future Hall of Famer on tour. And he starts talking about signatures, about, you know, how they should be legible. And next thing you know, Arnold Palmer sits down. You know, when Arnold Palmer sits down, things kind of stop. You stop and pay attention to what he does. And then next thing you know, John Cook sits down, Nick Price sits down, and Lee Trevino sits down, all these legends, and we start talking about signatures. And there's focusing on my signature, which is, you know, worth a lot less than I thought it would be, or worth nothing, you know, these days. And Jamie Sadlowski, and it's just kind of a cool thing. I'm sitting there, I'm looking back on it now, I was like, man, this, what a platform golf provides to put you in these kind of weird situations where we're talking about signatures. And now if you know, look at Arnold Palmer's and Jack Nicklaus' signature, you know, they're, you know, legible, they're perfect writing, they're great. And, you know, these little kind of anecdotes that sort of make you fulfilled, make you happy to be a golfer, or happy to keep doing what you're doing. So at this time, I'm still playing professional golf. Cole, you know, was caddy for me at the US Open local qualifying. He's a caddy for me again at the US Open sectional qualifying. And, you know, I'm hoping to do greater things in the future because it's not an easy journey. And I want to thank Servite for inducting me, I think, early, but I will take it. And, you know, it's been a great night, a memorable night, and I thank my friends and family for being here. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.